Now, this is the plug board I've got down at the radio studio. Now, I wonder who shoved this black tap-on plug or piggyback plug in here. I know I didn't. It doesn't even have a cable on it. I wonder who did that. But nevertheless, it's quite handy. We can use it to space this rather large wall adapter, which runs this little telly. Lovely. Okay, it's day 186 off the grid, and again I am at Mavtech in the Radio Foxton new studio room, and I have been here all afternoon doing some work. As you can see, here's the new setup. It's coming along. In fact, you can hear Beltane's track Winterglim playing again, but this time this is off air. So this is the very first track that has been transmitted on Radio Foxton from this room. Of course, we're still in the testing stage and setting up stuff, but we've made quite a bit of progress here. So why don't we have a look and see what's been done today. Okay, well, I found this hi-fi tuner, this Pioneer, so I've simply connected that up to the audio amp through obviously the tuner input, and that allows us to listen and hear to exactly what we're transmitting, picked up on the radio just like anyone else would. There's a little bit of an issue with some repeater equipment that's mounted up on the roof or the steel framing of the building or something. The signal's actually quite hard to get in this room, and I've improved it a bit with this TV antenna, but that'll probably still require some work. Now here's the new DVD that acts as a CD player that I bought yesterday from Cheney's. It's a Panasonic, it's got USB, and it works. I've had it playing a CD all afternoon, so it hasn't crapped out. But what it doesn't have is it doesn't have any kind of display. So I managed to find this little miniature TV out in the museum that actually still works amazingly. So I've just hooked it into the video out, and this will be really handy, especially when people are playing tracks off pen drives. You know, gives it a decent display. Small TV, because I mean it's only the display on the CD player. We don't want something too overwhelming. Because using modern consumer equipment, though, most of the functions are on the remote, so you need to include the remotes, and that's the same for this other Pioneer DVD player. So that's that stuff. Haven't made any changes to the transformer arrangement, but over here, as you can see, this limiter here, I've finally bought from the old studio to here, because it's got to be in this position so that it can limit the signal from both studios. And that's basically changed this connection up here. I did want to put it up by the transmitter so that no one could fiddle with it, but I've been told that the RF fields in the air can get into the limiter circuitry and upset it, so we'll play that one safe, eh? And of course the line amp now. So the way I've got it set up at the moment is that this channel here is the new studio, this channel here is the old studio, and this channel here will probably end up being the jukebox. So this basically functions as a line amp. It just mixes everything together and boosts it up to a suitable level to send it on to the transmitter. And I have had to boost the signal from this gear quite a bit, because this is only running at consumer levels like -10 dBu or something. Now it's not +4 or anything, it's got this voltage switch, go from 0.775 to 1.5, but even that's not enough. Maybe I might need an additional line amp for that. I shouldn't do. I should be able to do it all with this. Although I might be able to get a bit more gain out of that transformer, because I'm using a 20 ohm output at the moment, which I'm sure is inherently low. So that means now that this stuff must remain connected for the old studio to function in the normal ways for the weekend radio show. But that's alright, you know, that's all cool. But I'll probably just repatch it in so that this is not in circuit at the moment, because I won't be here this weekend and I don't want anything to go wrong. So over here we've got the bottom plug is all this gear, and the top plug is the limiter and the line amp. They should all be sort of more closely coupled, but we'll sort that out later. So there we go. Beltane's Winter Glim, the first track that's been transmitted out of the new studio on day 186 off the grid. A very, very cold winter's day. Oh, not the best day for beer, but I went to the fridge here to make myself a coffee and there was no milk, so I found this beer. Hey, it helps. Right, so I guess I should really sign off. I guess I'm just waiting for the track to end off. So I'll be going back to our house, cold house. The electric blankets turned out to be quite successful for the boys, even though running on such low wattage that they are. Vikey reported that he was nice and warm. Amon wasn't quite so sure, but we'll see. So, there we go. Winter Glim.